What's going on, YouTube? Today we've got the 2003 S10 back in the garage. Gonna go ahead and put the Beltec lowering kit that I've got for it. It's 3 in the rear, 3 in the front. Got the shocks that they recommend for that kit. Gonna go ahead and start in the rear. I've already got it up on the jack stands, and then work our way to the front. Gonna try to go ahead and get it done today. Don't know if I have a full day to work on it, but I'm gonna give it a shot. May try to get a hold of one of my buddies, come over, and we both can just knock out the front, one on each side, be a lot quicker. But I think I'm going to run it on a time lapse just to go ahead and knock it out and get it done. But we'll see how it goes, and hopefully it turns out pretty good. Something I forgot to mention is I did have a video of replacing the upper and lower control arms in the front, because they were shot. I mean, the bushings had broke and was actually starting to crack the control arm. But I did have video, like I said, I had video of it, but something happened to the file, so all that video is lost. So that is just a complete waste. I mean, that front end's done, so it was good on my part, but it was a complete waste of running the camera the whole damn time. So we're gonna get back to starting on this. I'm gonna get the camera set up, get it on time lapse, get some tools, and see how quick I can knock it out. Alright, everybody, I've got the rear done. I did pull it outside just to kind of check it. Took a picture. It's on my phone now. Didn't think about using the camera. I'll put that in there. Truck looks funny as hell. 3-inch drop in the rear and stock in the front. Don't like the way it looks, of course. But got the front up in the air, got tires off, and I went ahead and pulled off the sway bar links. So I'm gonna position the camera, and I'm gonna start on the passenger side. I haven't decided how I'm gonna do it just yet. I don't know if I'm gonna fully pull the spindle off or disconnect the ABS and speed sensor, and just drop and take off the caliper and just disconnect the upper ball joint, push that control arm out of the way, and kind of let the spindle come back, and then drop it all down. So probably just gonna play that one by ear and see how well it works. So set you up on time lapse and see how long it takes. Alright, well, that went a little bit better taking it apart this time than it did when I was changing out the control arms. When I was changing out the control arms, it come apart good, but we'll see how it goes back together with the lower coils, because that was not fun. You know how you've seen on the video, well, on time lapse it's probably hard to see, but once I'd let the control arm drop, I could just pop the coil spring out of its little pocket. But you can't do that putting it back together. At least I wasn't able to. So I looked to see the proper way to do it. Well, proper way to do it, according to the book and the one video I did watch, it actually had you leave the 2 bolts out of the control arm that attach it to the pockets on the frame, put the lower control arm into the spindle, into the ball joint into the spindle, have the spindle attached to the top, set your coil spring into place, and jack the whole control arm up and try to get the 2 bolts lined up for the lower control arm. Well, that didn't work too well. Now, the one video I did watch to see what I was doing wrong, they were using, it almost looked like a transmission jack maybe, big old flat plate. Well, I don't have that, so I wasn't able to lift it straight up, and it was a nightmare. I ended up having to have a buddy help me, and he was prying on stuff, and I was running the jack trying to get everything just to position. I got 1 bolt in, couldn't get the other one in, and it was not fun. But anyways, back to this. We've got your stock spring, and then the 3-inch drop spring. There's, not like a huge difference. Let's see here if that's, they're close to lined up. As you can see, I'll get out of the sun here. Almost looks like maybe a coil and a quarter difference in height. So we'll see. Hopefully it goes on better, and see if we can get this side put back together and then slap the other side together. Alright, passenger side is all back together, everything but the sway bar link. Not sure if I can run them. I think they may be too long. May have to get shorter ones. But after I finish this the driver's side, I'll try putting the sway bar links back on. Sorry. But I'm just going to go ahead and just turn the camera off, get it done, and then I will bring it back when I got the truck all put back together, got the wheels on it, and pulled outside. I'll show you what it looks like. Alright guys, well, I think that is going to be it for the day. I did end up getting it done. I think it looks pretty good. Like I said, 3-inch drop on the front, 3 on the rear. Kind of hoping that the front will settle a little bit more once I drive it around some, because it seems a little bit high, but that's kind of the way the truck's set at stock height for some reason. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to cut the bump stops on the rear, because just bouncing on the bumper a little bit, it'll hit them. I'm hoping maybe I can find something. I got another set of bump stops, but I don't know if I can get to the back side of where the bump stop mount is to actually bolt it in. But it's a 1/2-inch bump stop or something. So I have to see. Even if I got to cut a hole in the side of the bump stop, since it's just a plate that is welded onto the frame right there. Cut a big enough hole in it. We got to put that bump stop in, so at least it's rubber that it's hitting and not metal against metal. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. I'm gonna go inside, eat some dinner. It's been a long day. So if you enjoyed the video, I know it was just pretty much a time-lapse video, give it a thumbs up if you don't mind, and maybe consider subscribing. And I'm gonna do a little here and there on this truck. Got a couple other vehicles I gotta finish up. So Until next time, y'all have a good one. Talk to you later.